I am Mark Souza, and I play Greg in the film.
I'm April Lisette, and I play present-day Nicky.
First meeting April as a person, I think one of the things that struck me was just there was a comfort, like coming onto the set. There's just, and I don't know if you actually felt this, but you gave off a sense of feeling comfortable, like knowing where you were and being grounded in the space.
Oh, wow.
There was also an honesty and a vulnerability to the material and to how you portrayed the material, which obviously you'd always hope you get that from your fellow actors, but you don't always. And especially if someone who kind of gives off this comfortable, strong initial impression, to see that was great and so useful.
Mark is so funny, as you can tell. And that was one of the things that I think brought a little bit of levity to the set because of the heaviness of the material. So it was, but also that softness is a part of you as well, especially in those moments when I had to be in a very vulnerable place. And you were super kind. And I really, really appreciated that because I love the levity. And I think there was moments of that before some of the really heavy stuff happened. And I found that helpful for me, for my preparation. So I wasn't overthinking what I was getting ready to do. And then afterwards, just anytime I was doing something heavy like that, you were just always so kind and came up to me and made sure that I was okay. And I really appreciated that.
The character of Greg, a lot is said through silence. And so that was something I was mapping out even before really getting to interact with the real Greg at all. But then actually seeing him on set and seeing that there is a lot of that there. There is a strength in silence, and it's not imposing oneself, but yet still being a presence and a comforting presence at that. And so that also informed the portrayal.
To see Mark playing Greg, there's a softness there that I think you picked up on really well, really nicely. And it was there the entire time. And I think that goes with what you just said a minute ago, that there's a strength in silence. And I think you really brought that. That was wild to me because there wasn't a lot of interaction with both Tony and Greg. So I found that great, awesome. Just the way that you brought that to the table. One of the conversations that I had with Tony when we were initially doing character work, we talked a little bit about that. And so she kind of set, I don't know about you, but set me up to okay, this is a person that has so much empathy and care and just wants to make sure that you're okay. And I honestly have to say, when we came back for our callback, it was so easy for me to connect with Mark with that information, with not ever having seen Greg and Tony really interact together. And so I think for me, that was super helpful. And then just taking maybe some of my own personal experiences, but I think the energy that Mark brought made it very easy for me to have that connection.
There was just an initial chemistry that was definitely there. I felt that at the audition too. I remember leaving and being like, well, obviously I hope I get the role, but I also hope she gets the role.
Yeah.
If I do get the role, I really hope it's with her. So that was there. But then I think Tony also really helped in that, we did have conversations beforehand, and even in the script, there is a lot of holding hands and the importance of that touch.
That's right.
And that support. But also the ability, because we're trying to create this chemistry so quickly, and most of the film is very heavy, but there are these moments where we have to establish what this relationship is. And especially when we first arrive at the house at the beginning of the film, and then at the end, dinner with the kids. What Tony allowed us to do there was really just improv it and just play and joke around and try and get that connection. And I don't know how much of it made it into the final cut, but it certainly helped establish that relationship and how we could get that done.
I am so grateful to have been a part of something so powerful. That needs to
And
be
really,
shared.
I mean, and so brave to share it.
Absolutely.
And to invite us in to help her do that. I mean, it's a real honor.